In this video, we will see how to create PostgreSQL database on Amazon RDS, and then we will access that database using Amazon Linux EC2 instance. So, in this case, first we will create a EC2 instance, then we will create a PostgreSQL database on Amazon RDS. Then number three, we will try to access that database using EC2 instance from Putty or via directly Amazon AWS. Here, this is my EC2 dashboard. From here, you can launch the instance. Just click on launch, and here you can type any name. Like I'm testing, I'm creating this test server. Okay, just for testing purpose. And here it is by default. It is selecting Amazon Linux, and we will create default because the focus is not on EC2 instance. The focus we will just access the RDS instance using this machine. Okay. So this is T2 micro, that is fine. There is a key pair not created. Just create the key pair test server. Okay, test server key. Then you can just select PPK, create key pair from here, and then keep it default security groups. It will create a security group, and it will allow SSH traffic from anywhere. That is also fine. And you can go with this default configuration of storage 8 GB, because we are not going to store much information on this server. We're just creating this just like a jump host. Okay, so just launch it, and meantime it is launching. It will take little bit time, like 2-3 minutes. What we will do, we will also create a database. Meantime it is getting ready. Okay, we will create a PostgreSQL database on Amazon RDS. So how to access, how to navigate to the RDS? Just click on it. Here you can see Aura and RDS, or you can directly search from here. So from anywhere you can open Aura and RDS. Just click on it, and here you will see the dashboard of Aura and RDS. Okay, so here you can see resources. Just like EC2 resources, we have resource dashboard for Aura and RDS also, right? So currently there's nothing I created here. Okay, so either you can create database from here, or you can just select from here database, and here you can see there's no database running. So you can just click on this tab, create database, and here standard create, easy create. So there are two options. Standard create means you set all the configuration option, including ones for availability, security, backup, and maintenance. Okay, this is the one way where you forcefully configure the things as per your requirement. And second, if you are going for the testing purpose, you just create the easy create. It will create use recommended best practice configuration. Some configuration option can be changed after the database is created. Okay, so basically it is having template kind of thing. So you can just select that, and it will create areas for you if you don't know how to do that. But we will go with the standard create. Okay, here, and from here you need as we are creating PostgreSQL database, so we just select the PostgreSQL. Okay, so here leave it as it is, version PostgreSQL 7.4 R1. Okay, and this is production database, development database, free tier database, or what kind of database you are creating. So as per your requirement, you can go with the selection. So and in my case, I am just creating this database for tutorial purpose. So I will select this free tier instance. So free tier, when we selecting free tier, it is disallowing this, disabling this. So in real time situation, you are not creating free tier instance. You are creating production, either production or either development or testing. Okay, so in that case we are having primary and standby kind of concept. So it will enable those things, and we will select as per our requirement. So here it will create prettier single AZ DB instance deployment, one instance. Okay, only one instance, just for testing purpose. Now the database name is database one. You can change it to any other name, and this is the username. This is the by default username for Postgres. Okay, and password, it is asking either you can use for managing secret, most secure, or either you can self manage. So or auto generate, or you can also generate password. But in my case, I'm putting my password. Okay. So whatever password you need, you can put that. And here, and DB2 micro, 2 CPU, 1 GB RAM, and this is the network speed. As I'm creating this testing purpose, so I will go with the default configuration, that is very minimum. And storage 20 GB is enough for testing purpose. Okay, don't connect to an EC2 computer source. Okay, this is something like we are not going to do anything currently. And set up a connection to an EC2 computer source for this database. You can also click on this. Either you can set up the connection here, or later I will show you how to set up that connection. Okay, Okay, so no need to worry. And these are the basic things you need to go with that. Public access, yes, we will allow this database to access publicly, so that we can also uh, access this. And I'm going with the default setting for this. You can either change these things as per your requirement. Monitoring database stand inside the standards. So whatever in AWS we have a facility, we have a features we can set up the monitoring for the database. So here retention is 7 days standard, and for advanced insights we have retention of 15 days. Okay, so we will see how what kind of monitoring we have. So we will see what instance is created. Okay, but why I'm going with database inside the standard. Okay, and here I'm not doing anything. I'm going with just default settings. So these are the things I just change, and just create database. Okay, and it will take little bit time to create the database and make it ready for you. Okay, meantime you can just close it, and you can keep refresh this tab from here. And currently it is creating, because it is creating lots of things like setting monitoring, setting backup strategy, everything it is getting created for you. Okay, so meantime it is getting created, we will see our EC2 instance which is ready or not. Okay, so from here you can select EC2 and dashboard and running instance. Here you can see our instance is ready, right, running, and 2 by 2 checks are enabled, correct. So in meantime we will try to access this EC2 instance using our putty. Okay, so for that I just click on this server, and from here I will copy public IP and will open my putty. Okay, and here previous server, let me delete it. Okay, you can just type this IP address, and here you can see test server. Okay, and you can just save it. Okay, later what you will do, load and SSH authentication, I will select the key. Okay, this is the test server key, correct. Now go back to the session and save it again, and here I will try to access this instance meantime. Okay, so you know what is the username, default username for EC2 instance. This is EC2 user. Okay, you should type in user. So our instance is ready. I'm just waiting for the access to that while database is getting created. Okay, so finally, our database is available. It configured backup, monitoring everything. So currently, it is showing the status as available. Correct. So when you click on it, database, and you can see the status. Database identified. Database one. It is consuming this much CPU. This is the class. This is the status. Role instance. Indian PostgreSQL. Region. This is the AP South Bombay. Active study, nothing. Okay, and here you can see many details like connectivity and the security. So the important part here you need to focus on, this is endpoint. So just copy this endpoint from here, and we will add this endpoint somewhere in the notepad. I will show you why. Okay, and here you have networking configuration setting, like availability zone. This is VPC, this is subnet, this is subnets. Okay, network type IPv4, security purpose. You can find more details. Okay, and here connect and compute resources. Right. So there are lots of things here. Right. Monitoring. What kind of monitoring you can see here? Like CloudWatch alarm. You can enable alarm for recommendation. Okay. And here you can see the worst balance, checkpoint, law, lag, CPU credit uses. These are the basic CPU utilization, database connections, DB load, everything. We have wonderful setup here. Okay, we can monitor our database very efficiently. Logs and events. Here you can see that these are the logs generated. These were the things from previous. Okay, these are the previous I created one instance. But if you see 26th log here, the first what are the things that happened? DB instance created, monitoring interval changed to 0, performance instance has been enabled, backing up database instance, and finished database instance backup. So these are the basic steps which performed today. Okay, while creating the instance. Now you can see configuration details of the database. You can see everything from here. Okay, and I'm not going much in that. While we will discuss other things on this PostgreSQL, then I will show you. Here you can maintain backups. Okay, I'm just giving the basic idea. So let's go back to the connectivity and security. From here we copied already this endpoint. Okay, now what we'll do, we already created one EC2 instance which I'm accessing from here correctly. Now what I will do, I already connected to this instance. Now we will try to connect that to RDBMS PostgreSQL database using this EC2 instance. So for that, what we need to do, then Amazon RDS database and go down, and here you can see first we need to attach that EC2 instance with this database. So what we'll do, set up EC2 connection. Okay, click on it. And here it is asking to select the, this is a database, it is asking to select the EC2 instance. So instance we created, no need to remember anything, by default it is fetching here. Okay, and if you don't have any instance, you can directly create from here as well. So continue, and here it is showing how it will going to create. If you are going much technical details, the database one, and this is EC2 instance. Okay, so our database is running on this machine. Okay, this is the VPC, this is a security group, and okay, this is the port number our database is running, and this is our EC2 instance. Okay, we are accessing this database from EC2. So this is the basic diagram, and this is other details. You just click on setup, and it will take few seconds, and our setup is ready. Connection set up successfully for RDBMS database 1 and EC2 instance. Now only we can access that database. So let's go back to the EC2 instance where I'm accessing uname hyphen a. Okay, this is our database. Now what we will do, we will update all installed package to the latest available version using DNF. Okay, so I will run this command. I will also update this command in video description so that you can have these handy. Okay, so we are updating the package with this DNF, and it will take few seconds. See, everything is updated, dependency is resolved, so nothing to worry. And install PostgreSQL version 15. Okay, here, and it will install PostgreSQL version 15. Download 1.8 MB and install like yes. So it already installed now. Now the next command is, I told you, right, we need to connect to the remote PostgreSQL database using PL SQL with a specified host name, port number, database name, and username. So here what we are trying PS SQL host name. In host name we will try to put this connection identifier. So what we copied, this connection identifier here. Okay, so in front of host name you need to mention this connection identifier. And let me show you again, if you don't know how to get that, click on database, and here connectivity and security, you can see the connection identifier endpoint, and there's the port number 5432. So let me copy it again. Okay, this is the endpoint and port number 5432. Let me cross check 5432. Okay, and db name PostgreSQL username Postgres. So let me execute this command, complete command on this machine. Let me clear this screen first. Okay, and see, it is asking for the password for Postgres user, which we created by creating the database. So let me put my password. Okay, I put my password, and if you see that we are connected to the Postgres database. Now we will check some commands, like are we already connected or not. So this is current timestamp we are getting from the database itself. And if you see the current database version, okay, you can also see Postgres. Okay, and if you see the current user which is connected, we can also see Postgres user, and you can also face the version of this SQL. Okay, so currently it is running with Postgres 17.4 on this machine. Okay, so this is the basic things, like how to create a EC2 machine, then how to create a PostgreSQL database on Amazon RDS, then how to how to connect those PostgreSQL database and EC2 instance, then how we access that PostgreSQL database using EC2 machine via Putty. Okay, so this is the basic video for getting started. Like this, you can also create your database on AWS RDS, and you can access that database using Putty. And I hope you like this video. If you like, you can just share this video, and you can also subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.